So I don't know what the future thumbnail is going to look like, but I do know that I'm testing out a bunch of stuff. So without further ado, as we randomize our run really quickly, let us move on. And you'll notice I haven't played Amnesiac Aaron for a moment. It's because I need to try and control all of my variables. So even though I am randomizing backstory combinations, but I am slowly making incremental changes. The biggest blunder I've made is that I can't get the images that I want right, but I'll explain that later as we get into I think I don't remember. Well, let's just get into Goizo Cult Random Item Stats Custom Character once more, and we are playing a certain mystery. I think I left both of them there, but that's fine because we're playing the EX version. Strength, second encounter, Charisma, Light, Knowledge, and Dexterity. And the only other thing I want to say really quickly, and this might not make sense to like 99% of the viewers watching, or people who will watch this, but basically tested out spells as well, and spells should work for double enemies, and that's all I'm going to say. So, without further ado, let's move on. There is still a lot happening in the meanwhile, so anyone who wants to work with custom content as I fix my microphone because things were happening, you gotta wait a bit, basically, I think. So, nope, it's EX instead. Metamorphosis, footage, sailors, and nails. So we'll try to save this till last because I want to test out some things. Now that being said, we do have a couple of boss mysteries anyway, so it's gonna this run's gonna hurt, but hopefully it'll make up for it. The other thing I changed for the moment is that I made this now a 2 stamina cost, just to see how it goes, but also to try and see if I can get this working as well. I forgot to fix the graphic for that skill, but it's fine. And when I say skill, for those who don't know, I really mean spell, because that's what World of War treats it as, but I'm treating it as a skill because you can essentially have them work as skills. I am wearing a thing that I should not have on because I am going crazy. But let's see what happens. So you'll notice that the effect specifically said that when an enemy is defeated, you get 2 stamina back. That's me testing something. So yeah, that's all you need to know. And I'll let you know if it works or not, because if nothing else, maybe you're not watching something. Oh my goodness. Or never mind, it was not a soft lock. I accidentally cut OBS quickly. But it was just that no text was appearing, and I wonder why that's the case. I did notice something strange when I was checking something, but I think that was just me, but maybe it's fine, maybe it's not fine. I guess we're gonna find out, because this wasn't happening earlier, but I guess we'll find out. That would be really strange if I were to wager a guess. It's because we were doing the side quest, but that shouldn't affect that. It could. I mean, there could be a plethora of reasons why it would affect it, but I'm more leaning that it's not. But if you had to ask me, I would say it's the side quest. Otherwise, I mean, the Occam's Razor, or the most straightforward brute force monkey brain explanation, is that that custom enemy was not Ito filed right. Whether it's because things are missing or not, but I swear I've run into that enemy before. I guess we'll find out later on. Yeah, that's all I have to say at the moment. Yeah, because then we run. Nope, that's a base enemy. Never mind. I was gonna say we ran into another custom enemy, and then it's look at its fluffy nose monster. But anywho, let's move on, because as we lose Bath, we do need to fight these bosses, and I guess I'll keep on the lookout for any thingamajiggies. That's right, we lost Bath. Yeah, we'll take nails first. I would like to grab at least a level up before the boss. We definitely would have leveled up before Metamorphosis here, but it's fine. Otherwise, I need to run into an enemy that I can actually test this attack on, because I just keep one-shotting things, and that's just the weapon itself, so shrug. But we'll find out. I guess what I should have done was actually put you plus. So what I mean by that really quickly is, for anyone making anything in World of War, really, if you are removing something and you want, if nothing else, more incentive for a player to use whatever it may be, even not just in World of War, but in anything else in general, you have to incentivize them. And right here, you're not really incentivized, because when you defeat an enemy, you basically just go, you break even. So I should have actually put this as +3 stamina. But I'm just testing a mechanic here, so it's fine if it's not balanced, because I'm the only one who's testing things. That being said, I don't know why I took stamina damage there when I need stamina to cast that skill. But anywho, to use that skill, I could heal stamina here, but I value the strength more. Also, random item stats I think is affecting our... Yeah, so we're doing less damage off of that weapon, but meh, I want some stamina, by the way. So that's not great either, but we'll deal with it. We can just burst this teacher down, so we should be fine. Before I do that, though, so we have a max threat level school. Let's put the patrols there and grab these handcuffs more importantly. We do have a soft drink as well, as I look over at my inventory, but it's... Yeah, so that's really strange. I wonder why all the names are disappearing. I'm going to look at something really quickly. That's not what I'm looking at. In fact, I probably don't even have it pulled up. But I'll just let this run as I throw out an attack. Can I throw out two? Not at good accuracy, so I'm just going to throw this out. -2 all, but that's not the point. What I could do actually... well, we can't do it anymore. But I was going to say, what I could do is essentially attack and then use the skill that I have. But if I attack it now, then I will defeat the enemy. So that's not what I want. But I was gonna sneeze. That's fine. So while I'm doing that, I'm gonna try to pull up a thing and look at something. So yeah, we're gonna go into. We should be able to like near one-shot this. If not, we'll find out what happens. But otherwise, let me check a thing because that would be really strange. Maybe it's what I added before? Question mark? I think so. Maybe it's something I added. Because it's only happening for custom enemies. But otherwise... can I do a thing here? I think I could. So let's try this out. So I'm getting bonus damage, but this is really 25-ish HP. I think I can do this. And the answer is no. I'm pretty sure. In fact, did I save it? I don't think I saved it. No, I didn't save it, did I? Well... it's fine. I'll test it out on my own later on, but basically, I mean, my stamina should be at like 4 or 5 if nothing else, if I had done things correctly, which it's not. So I guess we'll do EX now, just so I can see if things load in correctly, and that's the last test I'm going to make. But otherwise, so my theory was, and I think it is true, that so what happens in the Perm plugin is normally things go from left to right, if that makes any sense. So for example, you have 3 things that you want just custom content to do in general for World of Horror, as we use these cigarettes. So say from left to right, the effects are stamina -2, stamina or reason -2, and then stamina +3. We'll keep it really simple here. What I would assume happen, and especially if theoretically things happen the way in logical order, is that say you only have 1 stamina, 1 reason left, or 1 stamina, like 12 reason, so you lose 2 stamina, you should immediately lose the run, basically. What we should not see in the case in which you automatically lose is that your stamina drops to negative, your reason drops, and then your stamina goes back up to positive. And so that's what I think is happening for a lot of World of Horror, just in general. But for the Perm plugin specifically, I think things happen in that order. But from what I saw, it's not doing what I expected to do at all. So that's not what I want. Otherwise, why is this HP not being updated? I'm going absolutely insane. Well, it's too late now, so we're just gonna throw out a 36 damage attack, and yeah, my tests are not working. They were working earlier because I was running this with a base character. Not that I recorded. It's not a recorded video that I made. I was using a base character and the enemy had 40 plus HP, so I'm wondering what I did to change all of that. Or just not updating the Ito file by reloading the game. That's a different thing to worry about in general. Anywho, we do this. What I could actually do is no, I'll think about it. I'll think about things, because this is gonna actually affect the mystery somewhat, depending on how well you can fight encounters, because I actually wanted 2 encounters in the custom mystery I'm making. Again, it's just that I'm not completing the artwork that I'm doing. I actually had an event artwork and an enemy artwork, and then obviously redoing the enemy that I have right now, but it didn't look right, so I just decided to just try again. That's why I'm not recording things. I only have so much time in the day, basically. And that's true for anyone watching this video as well, but... so, off I go. Am I going to survive this, by the way? No, we cannot, and we ran out of cigarettes, so... this is going to be interesting. And now we're stuck in the boss encounter, not knowing I was running into that encounter. We're very slow now. I don't even think we survived because we're too slow to even do an attack with prep. So, in fact, we're taking -4 all damage. Well, we're gonna do this at least just to see how well we can do, because I want to be able to Desperate Struggle at least. But right after that, I guess we throw this out and hope for the best. I think we do at least 26 damage. Otherwise, let's option select. Okay, we didn't. We did 25 HP, which was barely not enough. But thankfully, we had a branch in our inventory. So, on its last legs, the meat horror gets felled by a branch. But, let's go into this. Sailor, I almost said ramen. Sailors. And see what happens. We need another pack of cigarettes, by the way, and we have a lot of Doom to spare, so I think we're on Goizo too, which means my rests are absolutely abysmal, but we need to, because otherwise we are just going to die. So we'll just rest up 3 times. Hopefully grab another pack. No, I'm just going to tree for funds. And then we grab another pack of cigarettes just so we can last the run. I forgot what my second encounter and second mystery is, but again, we've done all our tests for this thing. If nothing else, I mean, at least having a lot of videos on the same characters and same custom mysteries means that anyone tuning in doesn't need to go back to other episodes to see the minute differences. Because, again, I'm slowly adding things here and there. Oh my goodness, we're going to run from this, by the way. So, yeah, we'll do our best to survive. I think we just tossed the brick in the handcuffs. We cannot fight this boss, by the way. Sailors, ending B boss, or a timeline B boss, on your last mystery, that's a heck of a time to have. So, yeah, so it's erasing all the intro text. That's why I thought things were broken, but... Do I coin flip here? I'm gonna coin flip. Yeah, I'm gonna coin flip. Good to know my RNG is as it is, but as we move off here, I need to remember to toss these items. I probably should even monument, but it's too late. So I was gonna say it's fine, it's not fine, but it's too late now anyway. So we are on timeline B. We actually at least have a light source as well, but with cultists lowering our doom, that's probably gonna make somewhat of a difference. I guess we'll see. Lost bat, that's right. And into the lighthouse we go. So second encounter, we don't have the second mystery check, which, you know, better or worse, but we do have a light source, so we don't have to worry about losing too much reason either. We shouldn't need to, yeah, we shouldn't need to rest at all. Our stamina reason, we have more than enough to survive the lighthouse. It's gonna look close, and if we do have Takushi-san, I forgot, but it's fine. I'm just gonna say we took the thing first, so I'm just gonna guess the boss. It was not, but off we go. So, heal reason, doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter, but it's the reason I'm worried about here, and as long as nothing strange happens, we should be able to survive. If we do have Takushi-san, we have to do a thing. But otherwise, yeah, as to be expected, quite an easier time with this character and the perm plugin weapons that I have, that I have, but not really much else to say. If you have any suggestions, comments, concerns, criticism, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, not going to take up much more of your time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!